I ain't hear it.
And that thunder was crazy. It had the whole house.
Welcome to the Culture Suite.
Yeah.
We're on the 28th floor of the Hollywood Casino at Greektown. And we have this series dedicated to going to South by Southwest Music Festival. My name is Reyes Poetry. I'm one of the hosts, and I'm here with...
I go by Barely Hispanic on the internet.
Yes.
And I'm just Shakoy.
Hey.
Fire, that's hard.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
So look, we're here with one of our best friends in the whole world, Demaciiio.
Yeah.
He's a painter, visual artist, muralist, and producer, and has a new album coming out because he also raps. And I also got to hear like his rock versions of his songs. So let's give some love to Demaciiio.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Tell me you're
let's
fired
get
for not clapping.
it. Hey.
Our live studio audience.
Live studio
fired.
audience. We got 3 people. So hey, yeah, so yeah, man, we just here on the 28th floor, you know, just chopping it up, talking about
Yeah,
music,
man.
art, culture.
You know what I'm saying? Existing.
Yeah,
Looking at
You know what
murals.
I mean? I feel it. For real, man. Taking up space.
yeah,
That's
bro.
what we here for.
So, you know, tell us a little bit about your music, bro. Like, let's talk about music. We're gonna get
Yeah.
into it. We start right in the beginning. Like, what are you drawing from right now as a creative?
Right. What am I drawing from? I feel like I'm drawing from desire to become something more and maybe like a frustration of being stuck.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where I'm really drawing from right now is like how do I figure out these next steps and use my awareness of my situation right now.
because you've been doing music since how old were you? You were young.
Yeah.
I met you.
Yeah,
real
we
early.
met when we were 16, when I was 16.
Yeah.
And I started really doing music around 17.
There's a time gap. I was time traveling at that time. But go ahead.
Yeah.
So 16.
Yeah, 16, 17, and I'm 28 now, so we've been rocking for about like a little bit over 10 years.
Yeah.
You quit. You took a took a break, didn't
Nah. I might have like stepped away for a couple months, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't never really like stopped.
you? I know. That's just a story. I just wanted to talk about like what it was like taking a break.
Yeah, I
you
think
gonna Sit back.
okay, my bad. Yeah, I know I'll be real.
You good. You good.
I think yeah, I mean it was just you know, it's ups and downs in life and just stepped away for a little bit, maybe just to analyze my situation.
Yeah, we talked to Be Free about mental health, and that was one of our big pushes. Is just like when we're talking to artists, is like because where you're drawing from now, like what do you feel in the music landscape of Detroit will help creatives and artists and performers actually get to that next step that you're trying to get to?
Yeah, I think just being as raw as we can be, you know what I'm saying, and like drawing from the inspirations that we grew up in can help us just try not to. I mean, Detroit already got a sound that is being replicated everywhere, so we just keep doing our own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tell us about that. Where did you grow up? Tell us about your.
Southwest Detroit. Shout out to everybody from all parts of Detroit, West Side, East Side. I got love for everybody, but my home is Southwest, and it's been an amazing journey. Learning how to navigate the world through starting from Southwest. So,
How do you think Southwest has influenced your music?
it's a big part of it. Obviously, like just naturally being from there, but I think too the culture of growing up in situations where there's bands always playing. You know what I'm saying? And like that has always like shown me that you can just get up there and rock out and have fun.
There's also like a lot of, as a fellow Southwest.
I was gonna say
you know,
both y'all from
Southwesterner, no,
Southwest.
hey, for real.
I lay
Call
my
yourself
head
a
there.
Southwesterner?
I guess
Head there.
I don't like it.
there's a lot of like musical overlap like in communities. You got like the Mexican Latino shit, you've got like just American stuff, you've got rock stuff. I mean, Jack
Hip-hop.
White's from the same area.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of like convergence. I don't know, and I feel like that comes across like in your work, like just the way
Yeah,
you
it's
kinda,
a lot more than just the like I feel like too when you think about especially Detroit music, you just think of street music right now, but there's a lot of different, like you said, just like genres and people.
And I think that's something that you can hear through your music, as you are really easy, like you easily dip into different bags. But I think no matter what song or what vibe you're going from, you can just hear your eclecticness and you know, you didn't like grow up on one music or
Right,
or
yeah.
you didn't
And you
just
come from
listen
like
to
a musical family too.
Yeah, I think like my family and myself, we like downplay it, but like yeah, since I was a little kid, I was around band rehearsals and stuff. And like naturally though, it's like the family's cooking upstairs and they doing band in the basement. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there. So
And
like
you absorbing that.
yeah, but none of that was like hip hop or nothing. That was all like salsa, cumbia, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, and then you leave that house and I hop in my pop's car and we ride around bumping Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? So
That's
like,
what I was gonna ask you. So where does like the taste for like the more underground boom bap kind of sound for you?
yeah,
Where is that influence?
that was more in just like my pops, my mom's too. She's a big like head as well, and I think just not like the default is like the cumbia and shit because that's where we come from. You know what I mean? So our family keeps that tradition and we just in that culture as well. But you're growing up in Detroit too, you know what I'm saying? In America where it's like everybody's bumping this hip hop and you're raised off it and it's like it's just really something now you can't even like well I feel like in my situation like it was just so natural for to wake up in the morning and Slum Village is playing. You know what I'm saying? Like while we're getting ready for school, you know, so
yeah, it's a duality, right?
Yeah.
Like being like a creative and like, you know, your mom is like first gen here, right? So she was raised here, your dad was raised here. So that experience, right? Like, so, I mean, we went to Mexico together as artists and performing. How was that for you going like as a artist that you said cumbia resonates? Like, how was that going to Mexico for you as going as a performer though?
Yeah,
Not just like on vacation to
as
see
an
family,
artist,
as an artist.
Man, it gives you a different take on your own culture. I think too, because being raised in Detroit, like you're raised on the outside almost. You know what I'm saying? Like I know on the Puerto Rican side they always call like Puerto Rico home, but I didn't go to Puerto Rico till I was like in my 20s. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I never really felt it, and there was almost like a disconnect kind of. You know what I'm saying? So actually going there and seeing the culture and just seeing like, oh man, it's like it's raw as fuck there. You know what I mean? Like. But these people are here, and the people they're doing the music and stuff. You could tell they do it with their heart, and it's the passion. You know what I mean? And that translates all over the world. Like everywhere we've been, so like Berlin, Europe, or whatever, we just connect with people off of like our pure passion and the heart that we put into our work.
Well, you led a project in Berlin, so tell us about like that experience as like executive producing the project.
It was great. It was cool. I feel like I'm just good on like I want to make sure this is dope, so I'll make sure like. Just organizing and letting people know like this is what we're doing, like let's just do it, jump in here, don't think about it too much. We just want to collect data, I think is the biggest thing. Like we're here to just collect data, thoughts of everybody, and then we'll fine tune it later.
Don't think about it too much is pretty much your like motto. That's how you do a lot of your music. Do you do that for everything? Do you write it out? Are you a planner?
I'm a little bit of both. I think it's maybe sometimes I could be too much of a thinker. That's why I say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like I can't be sitting here wasting time. Like I feel time is very valuable. So I'm like if I think about it too much, I'm never gonna do it. I'd rather just do it, and if I mess it up, I can fix it later down the road. You know, just get the ball rolling.
So like in the space of creativity, what is your favorite medium? Is it like producing, rapping, like curating? Is it the murals? Is it like
I don't know. I feel like right now I'm just in a space of just like existing and being. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense of like anything I do is just like I'm having fun with it and I'm developing it.
I think the data thing. I don't know. We've had conversations. Obviously, we all have known each other for a long time. But I don't know. I don't know that I've ever heard any. I mean, like. In photography and video and stuff, right? Like that stuff is literally data.
Yeah,
like
it's pixels, right?
You know, it's all like information. And, you know, like personally, I've been trying to like, you just get a little like, you overthink, right? Like that, I think that just happens. And I heard, again, someone in the video photo world refer to it as like what you just said, where it's like, don't worry about like the tools or don't get too hung up on like the process. You're collecting data. You just need the data to be able to like do something with it from there, you know? And I think like, I don't know. I see that in your latest stuff, you know what I mean? Of just like, well, let's just like, we'll give it form after the fact. Like, let's just like get the idea out, you know?
And I think the biggest, is like just letting life happen. You know what I'm saying? Like putting, guiding it. This is what we need. Like, but it's gonna build itself, you know what I'm saying? And then collecting data, you kind of looking at it as a bigger picture. It's like it does, like the minimal stuff what it's cool, it's whatever. But the big scheme of the thing is like we got this. You know what I'm saying? Now we can, like you need the source material to work.
Well, like yesterday, I saw you. We did a session, and it was like almost like a rock session, right? It had like a little bit of influence of Rage Against the Machine. I'm older, that's what I reference. But what for you in that creative transition, was it just having the instruments there like that? Because it sounded so natural.
Yeah, I think it's just been like the evolution of doing a lot of shows. You know what I mean, and
It's
just
something you've talked about.
yeah, like just like wanting to be more in unison with the crowd. So just learning that, and then that falling into, well, who has the best shows? Some of these rock shows are crazy. If you look them up online, you know what I mean, they're going crazy. How do they do that? It's just this energy they're giving. It's this rawness. Today in the hip hop culture too, it's like it's easy to just put on your song and rap over your song. You know what I mean, with the vocals and everything.
Yeah,
you know?
which back in the day it wasn't that,
right?
And now it's like just transition.
And then you strip it down. Like, all right, I do good with rapping with a DJ because it's just my beats. All right, let's strip that down. Let's just do instruments. So now it's like we're all together in unison in time and space. You know what I'm saying?
That's real though.
You know,
And that's that energy exchange.
Yeah, and that's what I learned by just rehearsing with the band. It's just like just like trusting in like the drummer to like just have that beat, so I know where to be essentially, and you know what I'm saying.
It's also like because I was never, I kind of came to rock stuff a little later, and even now, like I have friends that are like very much into like punk, which is huge in the Midwest, and like go to Ohio and shit to like see shows, but there's something in that energy, which I think rap, it ebbs and flows, like where it has those intersections with a genre like punk music, where it's so much less about the music than it is just like, how do you feel, and just
right,
get
the
it
energy,
out, and it's so physical, you know what I mean, like the way that they perform and the way that they engage with the crowd. And I feel like you've always had that, like there's an intensity to every performance you do, whether it's with a band or with a backing track or in a big room or in a small room or anything like that, that I think it's a like seamless transition. You know what I mean? Like hearing you guys rehearse and everything the past couple days has been just crazy.
I think when you told me this yesterday when we was rehearsing, like imagine there's 1 million people out there, you know what I'm saying? I think I do that pretty good. It's like every time I'm on stage, I'm rehearsing for a stadium gig or, arena gig,
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm thinking about. And, like, you just saying yesterday was, like, just more affirmative. Like, you are right. One day, you ever seen that Woodstock crowd they had when it was, like, 1 million people, it looked like? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where that's where I'm headed. So I know I just got to keep thinking like that.
Yeah, and I think, like, even as a creative, I've done shows and I've had 2 people show up, right? And I'm just like, well, I had a mentor tell me you just have to do it as if there's like 1 million people, 1,000 people. Right. Just do it. Right?
Give it your all.
And then that's also sharpens you. It sharpens your blade, right? So you have a new project coming out, a vinyl project.
Yeah.
I know we haven't really talked about it much because we haven't done the press run. But tell us about that experience of like, so I've heard people talk about vinyl and also about like cassettes, right? There's a magnetism to get that recording. Right? We lose it digital.
Yeah, I can see
that.
Right?
So, you can listen to it on your phone, computer, but now we have this record. So, like, how is that feeling where you're going to have, like, a physical, actual experience for someone to process?
It's scary. It's a lot. For real, man. Like, you pressing something for real, and it's your life, And it's like I'm being so vulnerable on this. It's like, damn, like, I'm pressing this up for the world and giving people really, like, pieces of me that maybe they would never know if, you know what I'm saying, like, I didn't do this. So, I think it's heavy, and I love the heaviness. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's the name of the project?
The name of the project is D. My name is Demaciiio, but everybody in the neighborhood calls me D, and DEE. So I just really want to be real vulnerable on that and just, you know what I'm saying, stand on, like, who I am.
Yeah, and it's distributed through Fat Beats.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to put that out on a national platform, and then here in Detroit, Young Heavy Souls. So what what do you have coming up that people can look forward to,
Yeah.
and where we can catch you and all those
Man,
sort of things?
follow me on everything at DEMACIO, my bad, at Demaciiio. And I'm constantly dropping new music every 2 weeks. I got videos dropping, and I just got a lot of art that I'm just pushing, and I'm just jumping out there with my heart.
Yeah, and you're producing something at South by Southwest.
Yeah,
So
so
what are
we
you
got the
producing?
Nonstop show in South by Southwest, March 15th at the Parlor Room, 88 Rayner Street. You feel me? I'm on
Hey,
it.
You got the
You
tickets.
got it.
Yeah.
Price. And you can follow
Hey,
the
but
non-
this is the thing, right?
The-
we're
the
taking
Matrix.
over. We're taking over that venue. We have a Backwoods and Bonfire showcase. We have a Fiesta House. So pretty much everything we do collectively within like the We Are Culture Creators family,
got
for
you.
lack of a better word, we will be kind of producing. And then who do we got over here for our sponsor?
Yeah.
Chillbean.
Chillbean.
Chillbean. We're gonna have some chill beans there as well. But man, we really just appreciate your art, your creativity. We know that during South by Southwest, y'all are gonna be able to produce something really, really amazing. So that's like a cipher as well.
Yeah.
And the Nonstop show is something you do in the city too.
Yeah, Nonstop. Non is an acronym for Now or Never. Me and my boy, His Optics, we push that. And man, what anybody who can resonate with it pushes it, man. It's Now or Never, and it's Nonstop. We're gonna forever keep growing.
Cool. Well, hey, this is Ray's Poetry
Yeah.
at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown. We're at the Culture Suite, floor 28. You can see behind us.
I go at Barely Hispanic on the internet.
And I'm just Shakur.
And I'm Demaciiio, Nonstop.
Hey, yeah. So.